Well, in the ever-evolving worlds of brands and business, there's one thing that's constant, and that's change. Now, change can be a really good thing, or change can be a bad thing. And it kind of depends on how we handle it, right? So for those who embrace change, it can lead to innovation, and it can lead to growth. But for those brands and individuals who don't embrace change, it can become a stumbling block. So today I want to introduce you to a few brands who are able to embrace change and do really, really good things. And I want to share a few examples of brands that were not able to embrace change and some of the effects. And then I want to talk about the evolution of the LifeWave brand. And we're going to have some fun and look back at some amazing things like old packaging. So to start out, you probably recognize these three logos up here. These are the ones that have been successful. So let's talk about Apple. So Apple started out as a personal computer company. That was it. What if they had stopped there? But they didn't. In 2007, they introduced something. Does anyone know what happened in 2007 that really changed the game? The iPhone. Yeah, the iPhone was introduced. And from there, it was innovation after innovation. It was the iPhone, the iPad, it was Apple Music, it was Apple Movies, and they continue to innovate, and they become one of the more successful brands in the world and more profitable brands. Amazon started out in 1994 as an online bookseller. Can you imagine what life would be like if they had just decided that selling books was good enough? But they didn't. They continued to innovate, and they continued to grow their offering. And now they introduce such innovations like one-click shopping, right? Which is something that all brands aspire to have, one-click shopping. They also have Amazon Web Services and Amazon Home, like Alexa and the Echo and the Dot and all of these other innovations. And they continue to grow and innovate. Starbucks. Starbucks, you'll notice their logo up here, it doesn't have coffee on it. It used to. It used to be Starbucks coffee. But what they realized is that in order to continue to be successful and continue to grow, they needed to expand their product offering. So they went into food, and they went into tea, and they went into some locations, alcohol. But not just that. They even evolved the way that they talked about themselves and their positioning. I mean, there's a reason that we pay an exorbitant amount for a cup of coffee at Starbucks. It's a thing, right? So those are brands that were able to embrace change and be successful. Now let's take a look at a couple of brands that weren't able to. BlackBerry. So BlackBerry once was a titan in the executive world of business phones. Every executive out there had their BlackBerry. It was an email machine, and everything was good. But then something happened in 2007. The iPhone was introduced, and BlackBerry didn't move to the touch screen, and they failed to innovate. Next, we have Blockbuster. So Blockbuster, I don't know if you guys remember, I remember walking in Blockbusters as a kid and looking at the movies and walking up and down the aisle, and it was a real thing. Well, they had an offer, or they had an opportunity to buy Netflix, and they didn't. Yeah. And so Blockbuster, they didn't innovate, and what ended up happening is they used to be a Blockbuster in almost every town, and now I think they're down to maybe one store. Garmin's another great example of a company who was just an absolute titan in both navigation software and navigation hardware. But with the introduction of smartphones, one of the things that happened is that they failed to introduce their software and integrate and innovate with those phone providers. And what happened instead is you have Apple Maps, and you have Google Maps, and you have these other navigation programs, and the actual navigator in the car almost became obsolete. So why are we talking about this? Why is this so important? Because innovation and change is a big part of growth. It's a big part of how you continue to be the best that you can be. Now, when you look at LifeWave, we've done a lot of changing over the years. We've done a lot of innovating over the years, and we'll continue to do a lot of innovating. But LifeWave, the products that we offer today and the products that we're going to offer in the future have not only the ability to touch and bless hundreds of thousands of lives, but the ability to change humanity. Think about that for a second. We are a technology company, And as we continue to evolve our brand, I'm telling you, the things that are coming down the road would blow your mind. Now, technology was at the very foundations of this company, and technology is going to be at the very core of this company's future. So let's take a little bit of a look at our product branding, first of all. So when you look at our product branding, take a look at 2011. Was anyone here in 2011? Raise your hands. Yeah? So we've innovated a little bit, and we've changed our product line now in 2023 to look the way that it does today. Now look at the enhanced aesthetics, the clarity, and the customer appeal. There's a new, fresh look, and David's vision and continued innovation has led to the addition of some pretty influential products like X39 and X49. Let's look at our visual brand evolved a little bit more. So these were on the top here. What you see are event branding pieces from 2006 to 2016. Was anyone at any of those? Okay. And then you look at the branding from the recent events here, and as you can see, it's a more consistent look and feel while still highlighting the uniqueness of each event. Next, we're going to take a look at the website, the old website versus the new website. And what you see here, again, is a visual brand that shows lifestyle imagery, that shows the patch placement guide. We talked about that a little bit. And continued innovation in the visual branding of LifeWave. Now, in addition to that visual branding, we need to continue to evolve our positioning and story. Just as Starbucks and Apple expanded their product lines and overall vision, so must we. And just as Amazon grew to be more than an online bookstore, we are so much more than just a patch company. To think of that way would be short-sighted, right? We are a technology company. And again, the products that we offer and the technology that we offer have the ability to change humanity, to change hundreds of thousands of lives. It already has millions of lives. And we need to embrace that. So let's take a look at some of that, because technology, again, was a core part of our past. So LifeWave was founded in 2002 by David, right? But before that, he owned a company. And hold on, I just have to read here because, let's see, they invested in diverse technologies like producing hydrogen and oxygen, multi-fueled bladeless turbine power generation systems, and metal combustion rocket engines. So just the stuff that we all work on in our spare time, of course. Aren't we so lucky to be led by such a visionary and such a smart individual? Absolutely. Then in 2008, David turned his attention to the up-and-coming field of stem cell research and the benefits that that could offer. And they started researching pulsed electromagnetic fields and what effect that had on stem cells. There were studies done at the National University of Ireland that found that it was effective. And all of that led to over 70 global patents on medical devices that he has. Yeah, absolutely. Other research investigated the use of specific wavelengths for the improvements of copper peptides. I think David mentioned some of those. We all know what they are, the copper peptides, the ones that were discovered by Dr. Lauren Picard. Now, this study is known as photobiomodulation, and it shows great promise for the future of medicine. LifeWave hopes to one day offer an electronic device capable of elevating these peptides as well. Why is this important? Now, by the way, this entire story is now on our website, on the X39 page, and you can start to understand and read about the foundations of LifeWave, the technology that got us where we are. And then in 2018, LifeWave had been continuing its research into phototherapy, and the emphasis of this research was to investigate better methods for enhancing the flow of energy in the body and significantly improving athletic performance. The result was X39. It was a new product for gently stimulating the skin with light for enhancing the flow of energy, improving strength, stamina, overall athletic performance, and even sleep. So who in this room has tried X39? Raise your hand. Woo! Absolutely, right? Every one of us has. Now let me ask you this. Who's seen an improvement in your vitality and wellness because of X39? Look around. Every single hand in this audience went up. Every single hand. That's the power of the patch. Use it because it works. I remember giving it to my mom, and I just gave it to her and said, "What is this?" And it was like my second day, and I was like, "I don't know, but I know you're supposed to put it on." And she came back in a week and she goes, what is this? What is this thing? And I need more. It's the power of the patch. It works. And when you have a product that works, that's the most important thing. Just like X39, the rest of our wellness products work in harmony with your body's natural energy, unleashing a reservoir of vitality and enabling your body to do what it was meant to do, only better, using phototherapy. And our journey is just beginning. All right, let's take a little bit of a look here at some of the tools that we're going to be enhancing because we are a technology company. So for example, in the US, we launched a beta program a couple of weeks ago on the InTouch app. We now have an instant enrollment feature where brand partners can send an enrollment link to someone. They can click on it in just a few quick clicks. They can be enrolled as a LifeWave brand partner. If you don't have the app, get it. And we hope to roll this out globally. We hope to continue to expand this. Additionally, for those that live in the US, you'll notice that this last week on Monday, we made some enhancements. We heard that we wanted it to be easier for us to enroll brand partners. So now when you click on the Join tab, it takes you directly into a brand partner enrollment. And we'll roll that out globally over the next couple of weeks. Additionally, we are launching product education toolkits. These are a one-stop hub for all things related to products. So we're going to have product imagery, product FAQs, social media assets, presentation decks, testimonials, and patch placement guides, and so much more. And this will all be available in your back office with updated branding and updated messaging here starting within the next couple of weeks around the globe. And we're going to continue on by introducing things like AI in the call center to help reduce call volume. We're going to introduce segmented audiences and being able to speak to you and communicate better to you, and so much more. Now, let's talk a little bit about global offices. So just like a Starbucks or McDonald's, if you were to walk into those around the globe, you would know where you were, right? So for those of you who have not had the opportunity yet to see our offices around the globe, I wanted to take you on a quick tour. So first and foremost, we have our offices in Asia. So as you can see here, this is Malaysia. We have an office in the Philippines. We have an office in Taiwan. We have an office in Thailand. We have an office in Japan as well. We have our European office where all of our products are manufactured. And then, I don't know if you guys knew this, but we just recently opened an office in Guadalajara, Mexico. Right? Just this last month. And it's a beautiful new office with beautiful new branding. So we're so excited to be there. But here's the problem that I see. I'm standing up here and we've kind of migrated the global headquarters to Utah over the last couple of years, and I'm looking at all of these beautiful offices, and you know what? I'm a little bit jealous because we don't have a beautiful office, a beautiful global headquarters. Well, coming in Q1 of 2024, we're going to offer a future global headquarters for LifeWave is going to be based in beautiful Draper, Utah, just outside of Salt Lake. Why is this important for you? Because you are all invited to come. There will be conference rooms and places where you can bring your teams and visit. And there's another really, really, really big surprise, but I can't tell you about it because it's not mine to tell. But David will tell you about it tomorrow. So I'm so excited for him to do that for you. All right. Finally here, just to wrap up, my friends, we are in an amazing company with amazing products that you can't find anywhere else in the world. Our brand will continue to evolve and has evolved. We're led by a visionary. David is a man of faith, and I promise you he sees things in the future that nobody else sees, and he is developing products and technology solutions to address those. I am so proud and so grateful to be a part of this company. Thank you for all you do, and thank you for your time.